Vitale has a new book. It's called The Lost Season, a look at what the journey to the 2020 national title game could have been all about. It's available online where books are sold. All proceeds from the sale of Lost Season will be donated to the V Foundation for Pediatric Cancer Research. We make way for the Hall of Famer, Dickie V. How are you, Dick?
Well, it's great being out with you, Dan. I got a little problem with Zoom, but at least we're talking, buddy. Hey, Dan, you were Mr. Zanesville. I talked to a buddy of mine, Larry Wade, and Larry Wade says, "Oh my God, I know Dan." He said my wife is related to him, Susan Wade. They said you were a hero in Zanesville.
Well, they still talk about my jumper in Zanesville, Ohio, Dick. But that's normal. There's a lot of cities around the country that Dayton. They still talk about that as well.
Let me tell you this about Dayton. You mentioned my book, The Lost Season. I have a lot of stuff in there about Dayton, obviously, because could have been, should have been. They played, Kentucky's, Carolinas. We'll hear about them often. But a team like Dayton was so special last year, and I felt so bad for those kids. And if people can get my book, Dan, I want to just clarify one thing. If they go to dickvitale.com, they can get autographed copies.
Nice.
And every dollar that I would make from the book is going for kids battling cancer. We just had our gala. We just did it virtually, and we raised $7.4 million to now give us $37 million since we started the gala, and it's been great. I'd love to get you out here one time, my friend. You'd have a great time with a bunch of beautiful people. It's just really been terrific. And let me tell you this. I miss you big time at ESPN because you were one of the special greats at ESPN, especially when I was there at that time. You were always so good to be with and good to talk with and to join you.
You know what? The first time I met Dickie V, and this was during March Madness, and he was on the set. I think Siena had just upset Stanford with Todd Lichty. Does that sound right, Dick?
Yeah, sounds right to me. Yeah, Todd Lichty was a heck of a player.
Yeah,
that was a great story.
And I remember all of a sudden Siena upset Stanford, and Dickie V is yelling to Howie, get me something on Siena. Get me something on Siena right now. And, Howie Schwab, the great Howie's running stats up there, and all of a sudden I'm going, yeah, welcome to ESPN. This is great. But
we had so much fun during those days, but we still do. You're doing great at what you're doing, and I just really I'm just excited to be back, man, in terms of, I'm 81 years old now, Dan. I act about 12. I just got off the tennis court, played singles, and I won 7-5, man. You know, bring on Djokovic. I don't hit balls at line judges because I have no line judges when I play. But the bottom line is I'd like to be active and keep active, and the book is keeping me active. Now, you mentioned Howie. Howie did all the research in the book, and I did it with Dick Weiss, and it's something I really love. But hey, I'm telling you, my friend, we need the NBA action's been off the charts. That 7th game between Toronto and Boston is going to be unbelievable.
Let me ask you about the reason why you did the book, because I was hoping that the NCAA, the selection committee, would actually put out a bracket of what could have been. And then people said, oh, that's cruel and unusual punishment to the players. I said, no, not playing is cruel and unusual punishment. I think just the hypothetical of what could have been, what the matchups would have been fun to see. What do you think of that?
Yeah, no, I think you make a great point there. That's what we do in the book. In my last chapter, the fantasy chapter, we do a whole thing. We play out the games, we predict who's scoring, who's going to win, and we come down to an actual Final Four, an actual winner, the whole bit. And it's just fun. It's just one person's opinion. It's certainly very subjective, but I think people like doing that. People enjoy that. Question I have right now, I'm really concerned, are we going to have basketball? I got to believe we're going to have it. I think the optimism is great about it, and I'm hoping and praying we have it. But, we got to have a March Madness. We can't go 2 years in a row without it. I don't know if we'll have any fans in here, but who knows?
But
I know one thing, Dan. It's great to be living here in the Tampa area, but I'm really I'm really ticked off, though. Here's the time. I have season tickets now for the Bucks for years. I had season tickets for the Rays for years. I'm great friends with the Lightning coach, John Cooper. What a time. The Lightning are going to win the Stanley Cup. I want to tell you right now. I don't know nothing about hockey. I know one thing. When you play with pride and you play with passion, I gave a talk. I told John Cooper when I spoke to him before the playoffs all started, I said, you're going to be Tony Bennett. You're going to be Tony Bennett. You're going to do what they did in Virginia. Virginia gets beat in the first round. Remember, they get beat by a 16 seed, UMBC, and they go on. They don't whine about it, cry about it. Tony handles it classy. They come back the next year, they win the national title. Well, last year, people follow. The Lightning were terrific. They had a great regular season, but they get beat 4 straight by Columbus. They get bounced out of the NHL playoffs. This year, they're in the finals right now with the Islanders. I'm telling you, Mr. Patrick, I don't know hockey, but I'm telling you, they are going to win, and John Cooper is going to be the Tony Bennett of hockey.
Okay, if I said you have the power to pick a Tampa team to win a title this year, the Rays, Lightning, or Buccaneers?
Who I picked to win? Well, right now I'm going Lightning. I'm going Lightning, even though I think, the Rays, the Yankees with a $200 million payroll may not even make the playoffs possibly. And here's the Rays. And I said it before the season. I said this team won 96 games last year, and they got better. They got better talent now than they had then. And right now they're 4 up on Toronto, not the Yankees, 4 up on Toronto, 6 up on the Yankees with about 17 to play. And this team is legit, man. We got some good hurlers up on top, great relief pitchers. Defense is tough. And I'll tell you, Cash does a great job. And the payroll, God, we could even pay Dan Patrick. Are you kidding me? Our payroll? Oh, wow.
He's Dick Vitale, the Hall of Famer. The lost season, a look at what the journey to the 2020 National Championship could have been. It's available online where books are sold. All proceeds from the sale of The Lost Season donated to the V Foundation for Pediatric Cancer Research. The ACC coaches came out yesterday, unanimously voted to include everybody. That's over 350 schools to be in the tournament here. What do you make of what the ACC is trying to do here?
Dan, I spoke to Mike yesterday, Krzyzewski, and I think what they're doing is creating some interest in basketball. They got you talking about it. I was on a show yesterday, Michael Kay show. They talked about it. The bottom line is there are people talking, but that's not real. It's not going to happen. That's no way. First of all, you got to reward success, and that doesn't reward success. I'm not a big fan of that proposal at all. But I just hope. I think we may have a smaller field, if anything, and who may be a bubble situation. Who knows how they're going to handle that? But the thing is, we got to put it in the hands of the experts, because remember this: the number one priority has got to be the health and safety of everybody involved. And saying that, let me just say this too. Our nation, man, right now, we need more love, Dan. We need more people like you, optimistic, people passionate about what they do. We need more love. We need people hugging one another. We need people caring. I learned in my home, my mom and dad were uneducated, 5th grade. But they used to always tell me, Richie, never Dick. It was Richie. Be good to people and people would be good to you. And then they would always say, treat people like you want to be treated. If we all treated each other with respect and love and feeling instead of this hate that's out there, it would be such a better situation for all of us.
Well said, Dickie V. I hope you're well. Hope Lorraine is well and the kids, and keep Howie Schwab busy down there, okay?
I am. Just tell people, please go to dickvitale.com and you can get a copy, autograph of my new book, The Lost Season, because I'll do anything to raise money for kids. $37 million to be raised seems like a lot of money, but it's not. So much more is needed, and there's nothing worse. Dan, I'll close with this. Today, if somebody has it tough out there today, tough travel, tough thing on a job, think about this. 45 to 50 mothers and fathers today are going to hear 4 words no mom and dad ever wants to hear. Your child has cancer. It's brutal what it does to a family. So I plead to people, donate. You can donate at dickvitale.com too. It goes through the V Foundation, and it all for mine. When you do the dickvitale.com, goes for kids battling cancer.
Thank you, Dickie V. We appreciate it. Good luck with the book.
You, Daddy. Miss you, man. Miss seeing you up at ESPN. Those were great days, man. They have really flown by, my friend. Keep doing a great job. You're doing a terrific job.
Thank you, Dick. That's Dick Vitale, the Hall of Famer. Once again, the book is The Lost Season. Look at the journey of the 2020 National Championship and what it could have been. And I don't want to give away the ending there with Dickie V in his Final Four and his national title pick, but he did what I thought that the selection committee should have done. And, just give us something to talk about. We lost the tournament. Give us something to talk about. What could have been. We know that. We lost the season. We lost March Madness. But have people still talk about college basketball. Put the brackets out. And it wouldn't have been exact science there, but it would have been fun.